Welcome back, folks, to the Business Blast. It's brought to you by Satco. Go to satco.com. They do the light thing. They do the right thing. Check them out, satco.com. Okay, Greg, we're business owners. Okay, I'm throwing you a question here, but we're small to medium sized business owners. I don't know where the category is, if it's over 2 million or whatever, how you categorize something as a small business or a medium sized business. I think a medium is like 2 million to 80 million in Canada. That's what they consider a medium sized business. That's a big range. Okay.
Sure, yeah. Way
But
huge.
we're smaller business owners, right? And we
Huh?
often talk about the lessons learned and all this sort of stuff. But I've always wanted, you remember when we were talking to the guys from LightServe, right? Those
Yep.
guys have a much bigger business than ours. And I want to talk about
Oh
how
yeah.
much respect I have for people like that can build a big business like that. What do you think is standing in our way, Greg? What mindsets are in our way that are preventing our businesses from growing to those like at those type of rates? Is it acquisitions? Is it financial knowledge? Is it understanding loans from banks and stuff like that? What is it?
It's probably all of it, but I think a lot of it, at least from my standpoint, is spending, and we talked about it with those guys too, but I spend a majority of my time working in it.
Mm.
I'm active selling. I'm out in the field every day, selling lighting, just like as though I work for the company, which, I own it, but I also am active selling. And I think that's what the problem is on my side, is that I spend more time worried about getting the next sale versus thinking about, long-term growth and what options there could be there. And when you see that, and when you hear about, a lot of the long-term growth, a lot of it is acquisitions. And that's the way people get there is, unless you have some unique product that nobody else has, you're not going to see significant growth unless you do that kind of thing, unless you expand your business options and do acquisitions. And then from there, you just got to determine if it's worth it, from your standpoint, from your own time that you would have to put into it, and from what you might return out of it. Do you want that? And I think, part of it with you and I is we've done pretty well with where we're at, or at least I'm going to speak for myself again. I've done pretty well with what I've done. Could I do better? Probably. Do I want to do better? I don't know. Maybe, but I haven't. I haven't. I think a lot of the people that get to that point have that focus and saying, I need to get to here and I need to do that. And I just haven't done that on my side.
So that's right. All the gals and guys out there that have done this, I have extreme respect for them. And I
Mm-hmm.
sit back and I talk to them on the show. I mean, we had a great interview with Lightserve and, really enjoyed talking to those guys. They had a team there. They had, Bill Hurd, is doing the lighting sales. I'm trying to remember their names right now. The other guy's name was Jason. He's the finance guy. And then they had the president. And so they had a team of three guys with individual skills that they all brought to the table. And then sometimes 1+1 = 11. You know what I mean? Not two. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think they had one of those really dynamic um, arrangements that can really put the gas pedal down. For me as an entrepreneur, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to create an enduring business, a system, a corporate system that can operate without my presence there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's all there is to it. I think there's more to it than that. And I often wonder, and I'm inviting people that maybe have some experience helping people do this or have done it themselves that want to come on the Business Blast and do a quick 10-minute show with us and give us some of the secret sauce. Because what you find? A lot of people won't hide this from you. They'll just tell you, like, hey, this is what you should do because it's not like it's a threat to them or anything, Greg. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with us. We share our secrets and everything we're doing with everybody because it's not really a threat in a way.
Yeah, and I think what a lot of it too is in that example is there's three people. I've always had a partner in my business, and there's two of us, but maybe you add somebody that has a different skill set that either of you don't have or you don't have. In your case, it's typically you as the main person. So having that extra skill set, I think, is part of it too. So we've when we've talked to business owners in the past, and all of them, there's always one constant theme: is hire the right people.
Yeah.
Find the right people. And we've talked about our struggles on that in the past, and we've gotten better at it. And then that maybe that's a stepping stone, is get as you start getting better people, obviously, and hopefully your business should get better from that, and then growth should ensue from that.
Yeah, I had one guy tell me once he built a really good business, 25 million or whatever. He said you can never have enough good people.
Hmm.
He's like, I'll take as many good people as I can get, just that they're really hard to find. When you get them, you want to keep them. So that's an interesting take. Yeah, I think it comes down to I think good on the entrepreneurs. So I was always good at sales. You're always good at sales. I'm good at talking about lighting. People seem to trust me when they should because I'm honest. And but that there's limited because there's only so many Greg Erics. You have to replace yourself in some way, and that's tough to do when you're in the game every day. It's like you're too busy working in your business to work on your business. That's the old adage. But I think what it comes down to, and I think you hit the nail on the head. The entrepreneurs that do that are good human resources managers. That's the number one thing. The second skill, I think, to me, would be the ability to leverage capital markets,
Yeah.
the financial savvy, and that's the team LightServe has. They have the human resources side, which is the president, I think, from that interview. They have the financial guy that knows how to work with banks, and then they have the lighting sales guy, Bill Hurd. And so I'm sorry I can't remember your name, president of LightServe. It's not coming to me right now in the middle of the show. I should have written down before, but I didn't know I was going to talk about you guys. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for those types of people, and I wish one of them would maybe come on the show and we'll discuss this specific thing. You know, but I think it's human resources and financial savvy allow you to make those kind of moves. And I think I got a 4 out of 10 in human resources now, Greg.
Get moving up a little
Get
bit at
moving up. I
least.
used
Yeah.
to be a 0, double 0,
Yep.
so I'm moving up. Folks, this has been the Business Blast. It's brought to you by Satco. Go to satco.com. You know what's funny? Whenever I say that to my people, they always say, but you hired me. That's right. Go to satco.com. They do the light thing. They do the right thing. Check them out, satco.com.